And now we're going to make our absolutely fat-free cheesecake. And you could use anything for a crust, but I am using a fat-free angel cake that I bought at Stop and Shop. It's very interesting. Stop and Shop in Vinnon Square has a kosher bakery. See, this is a kosher cake. There's the kosher sign. So what I do first is, this is a springform pan. I love these. They come up like that. And I line it, the bottom and the sides, with heavy-duty aluminum foil because sometimes springform pans may leak. So this will assure that all the stuff stays inside and it doesn't leak. Then I will take some extra virgin olive oil spray, Trader Joe's, and I will spray my springform pan so that it comes out easily. And now I'm going to make the crust. Either I'm very efficient or very lazy, but I'm not even going to wash a cutting board for this. I just take the cake and I put it out like this. And now I'm going to cut it up. You don't have to use the whole cake. The more cake you use, the more calories. And it's not necessary, actually. So all you do is fit the cake. And it doesn't matter if it falls apart because you could do this like with crumbs. You just fit the cake into the pan nicely, pressing it down. Fill in this little space over here and this little space over here. Just press it down with clean fingers. And now, you don't have to use this. You could use orange juice. But I found that liqueur is just beautiful. It permeates the whole cake. And I especially like amaretto, which is a nice little almond flavor. So I take 1/4 cup of that and I just sprinkle it over the cake, trying to cover every piece. And if you miss a piece, it doesn't matter. It all cooks up at the end. And you don't have to worry about giving this to children because the alcohol cooks out and all you're left with is with a flavor. So you push it down again. No baking. Crust is done. Here is my beautiful crust with amaretto. And I want to show you what I want to do with the extra cake. Just cut it nicely, not so casually as I cut it for the crust. And what I use this for is I serve this with, I buy frozen berries, and you could have like cherries or strawberries or blueberries or fresh. And this is really low in calories because it's fat-free. So there you go, and cover it up. Keep it on your counter. You have another dessert. So now I'm going to make the filling for my fat-free cheesecake. And actually, if you could make a smoothie, you can make this cheesecake. All you're going to do, I have to make this in 2 batches because I only have 1 blender. So it's 6 egg whites. Because you need liquid to start things in the blender, so I put about half of it in there. That's about half. Okay. 6 egg whites. And then I put in 8 ounces of fat-free cream cheese. I must tell you that the first cheesecake I made had full-fat cream cheese, about 1 pound, full-fat sour cream, 5 egg yolks, and butter for the crust. So we just put that in, and I think I'll just give this a little whiz before I put the other, it'll maybe start it a little bit better. Okay, and then we'll put in 2 pounds of fat-free ricotta cheese. You could use cottage cheese, but ricotta cheese has very little sodium in it. Make sure everything goes down. You want it very smooth. That's the secret. Really smooth. A little liquid will help this too. So I'll put in half a teaspoon of lemon juice. That'll help it. And I will put in a tablespoon of vanilla. So That should help it go too. Let's see if we can whiz it up. There we go. It's pretty smooth. So I just make sure that I get everything out. And everything that's left over, it's like the kids licking the bowl. I lick my blender. Of course, I did it in 2 different stages. So you want to make sure that you whisk it up so that everything is combined properly and everything is incorporated. Make sure it's all, see, it's, oh, nice and smooth, makes me happy. All smooth. So that's it. Just pour it in. Again, taking your spatula and making sure that you get all the good stuff out. I don't like to waste. So actually you made a smoothie, a big smoothie. And all you have to do is put it in a cold oven. Usually you preheat the oven in most of my recipes. But in this case, you put it into a cold oven, 325 degrees, for 2 hours. And it will be done. Okay, that's it. And now, the magic of television. I baked this yesterday. So here is my cake. I take off the cover. And now I'm going to decorate it. Actually, you could serve it just the way it is. But what I do is I take a towel, a paper towel, and I make it wet. And I put it on my serving dish because that helps it from sliding around. So you just put the cake on there. See, it's going to be nice and firm. Now, some people would think this is like awful because it has cracks in it. This is home cooking. You don't have to be nervous about it. You don't want this to show? My family loves it this way. You don't want it to show? Decorate it. So what I would do is I would take some jelly. There's many toppings that you could use, but this is a very easy one. This is sugar-free jelly, and just spread a little bit on the cake. So the strawberries or any fruit that you use will stick. And it gives it just a little extra flavor. So that's it. And you're covering up your cracks, which, as I said, does not bother me. And then you start to play with your food. Here we go. These strawberries also I bought at Shaw's supermarkets. And they were so sweet. Of course, Hank and I sampled some. We sample everything. Everything I cook, we eat. Oh, that looks nice. You could do it different every time. And your kids could enjoy doing that too. See, now you don't have any cracks in your cake. Nobody has to know. You're in your kitchen by yourself. And then you could stick have some green. And put a little bit more blackberries. So here's my plain and fancy fat-free cheesecake. And we're going to have a party now and serve my friends all the things that I made today. I hope you too can get inspiration from what I made. Let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. Be well, be healthy, take a walk, exercise, l'chaim.
For more information or to purchase the book Something Healthy to Eat, go to www.healthytoeat.com.